This past weekend, I went to Washington, D.C., to the DC Improv. But first time in D.C., I like it here. Very businessy around town. Feels like people are really getting things done around here. At my hotel, people are very dressed up. And I'm in there looking like this. I'm like, well, I'm here for business too, guys. This is a business trip for me. Okay, I'm working, okay? I'm out here trying to get the deals closed too, you know what I mean? Whatever they say. I don't know if you close a deal. I don't know how it works. I don't do a lot of deals. Okay. This is my first time at the DC Improv. Not really my first time in Washington, D.C., but I feel like I saw nothing, really, the last time I was there. And I didn't really understand what Washington, D.C. was. For some reason, I just had D.C. pictured as this tiny place with just, you know, the White House and, you know, and White House affiliated things. But when I get in there, I'm like, oh, this is a really big city. It really is a beautiful city out here. I had no idea. I mean, I guess I had been to DC before for a brief trip, but not really able to see it like this. It's a lot of fun out here. I'm on my way to try to look at the White House here, but I've already been lost 2 or 3 times, so. But it is fun. I went to the White House today, checked it out. A lot of fun, took a picture, announced my presidential, well, I'm running for president. That's what so, that'll be exciting. A lot of secrets will be coming out about me soon. Okay. We're having a good time. I like it here. Okay. I made it to the White House. Here it is. A lot of bars out here, but there it is. The Grand White House. And then I also expected it to feel evil because that's how politics feels. And then so I expected a real darkness and a gloom over the city. And I expected to not enjoy it. I'll be honest. But it was the complete opposite. It feels great here. I'm having a good time out here. Look at this building. Like I'd never seen buildings before, but it's a good looking building. Yeah, I mean, just little statues everywhere. Look at these streets. It's unbelievable out here. You know, I like that Billy's on stage with me. Finally someone on stage that moves their hands more than me. You know what I mean? That brings me a lot of comfort. People are like, actually his hands moving are not as distracting with Billy on stage. The part of the city I was in, now I was staying downtown and I was near the club. The hotel was very nice. The part of the city that I was in was so nice. I mean, people made jokes about getting mugged in D.C. and be careful out here. And maybe it is dangerous. I don't know. But the part of the city I was in was so clean, so nice. I walked around at night. I walked around in the daytime. I went out in front of the White House. I'd never been there before. I stood in front of the White House, took a picture, made a few videos, saw some statues. And then there's a lady here with a sword up next to that eagle. So I don't know what that's all about. She got a pet eagle. Or that eagle doesn't want to be her pet. She's trapping it. But it's fun out here. Some bagpipes. People play. Oh, here's the White House here. All right, let's get to it. There was a mariachi band playing out in the park that I stayed and watched for a little bit. I don't know if that's what it was called. It's 5 Mexican guys playing guitar, bass, a little tiny guitar, whatever that's called, and then a couple of horned instruments. And it was great. I love that kind of music. I mean, that is like, it's like country music that I can't understand the lyrics. And I love it. I mean, I was into it. I mean, it was some kind of protest of some sort. I didn't understand what it was for. But there was not very many people there. People were not supporting it. And I don't know that I was or wasn't. I don't know what they were doing, but I enjoyed the music. So I stood there. One of the guys holding a flag of protest gave me a fist bump, and I was just taking in the music. I thought it was great. There was a guy out there with bagpipes. Just a great place. I also noticed that, I picked this up, that the word lover is really close to the word loser. You know what I mean? Very close. It's only one letter off. And I noticed that as I did a double take at the Virginia state sign coming in. Really throwing some shade at Virginia here, huh? You get that? And, because the one letter that needs to change is not in that word on the sign. It's a heart there. And I don't know that we've established that heart always means V. You're making assumptions there that I know that heart means V. Maybe I don't know how circulatory system is spelled. We're having a good time here. I am pumped to be here. Okay. I keep getting lost. I've been lost several times here. But, it's a good time out here. Look at this building. There's some cool looking buildings. One in the distance. It's a lot like a weird kind of goth castle. And the shows were so great in DC. I even got to make fun of the homeless situation a little bit, and no one seemed to be too upset about it. Because I don't really, if anybody knows me or listens to me, they know that I have a real heart for homeless people. I don't make fun of homeless people. I make fun of cities having a homeless situation. But I feel really sorry for homeless people. I don't know why they're there, but I can't imagine it's fun. I like DC. I thought it's a bit more of an outdoorsy town than I thought, Like I pulled in, I'm driving in, I see people out there running, biking, camping, All right, I like to see it, People don't get outside a lot these days, and I like seeing it. And I wondered, I live in Tennessee. There's a lot of woods around in Tennessee. But I wonder if you live in a city like this and you want to do some mushrooms and pitch a tent, where do you go? I like that DC has a very lax camping policy. I lived on Folly Beach in South Carolina for a long time. They wouldn't even let us put a tent on the beach. Right here in the middle of the city. I'm into it. Surprised there wasn't like a, outdoors world outside down here. What is it called? Bass Pro Shop? All right, we're having a good time.